Hi guys, Jarrod here, and I've got a giant box beside me. This thing is monstrous. It weighs about 50 pounds or so, and it's a mystery unboxing. Now, this isn't new stuff at all, and this video, based on the size of this box, could very well be like 40 minutes to an hour. Alright, let's put that down. And I labeled this video, The Return of a Legend, the ultimate unboxing, which is totally full of it. And you want to know the truth is, by the time I finish actually recording this and I upload it to YouTube, probably be called something else. But whatever. Why is it the Return of a Legend? Well, yesterday I went to my storage, also known as my parents' place, and I went rummaging for a couple of hours through some of my stuff, and I have lots of crap, guys, like lots. When I moved from my previous apartment where I was living into the new one, it's a little smaller here. We don't have as much storage space, and so I couldn't bring everything with me. And even when I was in the other place, I couldn't bring everything with me there, so I left stuff with my folks. And anyways, when I came here, I had to make a very big sacrifice. I had to leave two of my favorite systems behind. And I promised all you guys that I would be returning to Dreamcast and Sega Saturn reviews and features and things like that. So I was like, well, I'm going to obviously need a Saturn and a Dreamcast in order to make new videos. And so, the Return of the Legend, I have the Black Behemoth with me. I'm so happy to have my Sega Saturn back, but what a disaster last night was. In terms of not only locating this bad boy, but something magical that goes in here, which is the Action Replay Plus card, which allows you to play imports and things like that. And I did a whole review on that, which you can check out. You can check out all my Saturn videos in the Sega Saturn playlist. Anyways, so I'm not here to talk about the system or anything like that. I'm actually here to talk about this box, because this box primarily contains everything I originally wanted to cover back at the other apartment right before I had moved out, but I ran out of time. I just couldn't cover the videos that I wanted to cover before I had to, well, leave that apartment and come into this one. So this giant box beside me has been at my parents' place for the last 2 years, and my glorious Sega Saturn has also been at my parents' place for 2 years. I have not tried this out yet, so I am praying that it's okay. It should be. It was kept in its original box in a house that was obviously, you know, climate controlled. So it should be fine, but I'll get to that. I'm just going to put that beside the camera. Okay, so I'm going to open this box up, which, well, it's already open. You can't see that, but I already sliced it open. Now, I know what's in here because of last night, but it's going to be, a lot of it's going to be repetition for you guys that have been following the site for 3 years or longer. If you're just coming into COE right now and you're just wondering what the hell am I talking about, I love retro gaming and I love a lot of these arcade classics. I'm a huge arcade buff, and so that giant box, which is right at my feet here, contains basically tons of crap, and let's go through it. So the first thing is this, my Action Replay card. I'm going to try and position, there's a lot of light coming in here. So this is what allows you to play imports on your Sega Saturn, and this took me forever to find, and you know what, I didn't look inside. Oh, thank God, it's there. Okay. Yeah, this was in the third to last box I checked last night, and I was like, oh, it took forever to locate this. If you have a Sega Saturn and you want to play imports, this is your go-to thing. If you want to play Sega Saturn games in general, not even for imports, just in general, this is the thing you go for. Because this not only breaks the region encoding, or as Mark from Classic Game Room says, it gives it the finger. But what's great with this is it also allows you to have cheat codes. It also allows you to save like a lot of your game content on this instead of the Sega Saturn itself, which has like it's pathetic how much memory is on that bad boy. So, awesome. Like I said, this could be like a 70-hour video. What's this? I got Sakura Wars So Long My Love. This is sealed, brand new. It includes the bonus items. eBay! That's what why I brought this guy home. I'm going to put that up on eBay. I don't even know what I'm going to get for that. This is totally random. Remember that. Pac-Man. Do-do-do-do. Don't know why I said that. This is the original Neo Geo Pocket. How can I do this without blinding you guys? Alright. That is the Neo Geo Pocket Color version of Pac-Man. That's actually one of the best versions of Pac-Man on a portable. Very good game. This is my Netlink adapter for the Sega Saturn, which allows you to use a regular keyboard. It's got a PS2 attachment. No, not a PlayStation 2. That's something else. This is phone line. That was for the Sega Saturn. I keep pointing to it because it's right beside the camera. We all remember what these are. This guy and this guy. Nice little VMUs here. Woo. So much random garbage. I just thought this would be cool. This is interesting. It's an AC adapter, right? This is actually the AC adapter for one of my favorite portables of all time, which I finally brought home. The Neo Geo Pocket Color. Believe it or not, but when you bought this, it only came with batteries, and that was it. Instructions and what have you. But it didn't come with an AC adapter, and the AC adapter is extremely useful if you want to play this while you're at home, right? And let's be honest, that's where I'm going to be playing the most of my Neo Geo Pocket Color. So let's start making room here, because I'm sure the little cat's going to be coming soon. This is the analog controller for the Sega Saturn. This was very, very, very useful, obviously, and I almost forgot this because I grabbed the system and was like, yes, I got the Saturn, but I almost forgot the controller. So, thank God, this is the Starship one. It's actually a really good controller, and you can see, really quickly here, you can see how the design highly influenced the Dreamcast controller. It looks very similar, except the Dreamcast controller would have the VMU port here. But other than that, I mean, it's very, very similar. Anyway, I also picked up my other one, which is right here. This is the launch model. And you can tell that my Sega Saturn, let's bring that over here. You can tell my Sega Saturn's a launch model by right here. See the buttons? They're not circles. If they were circles, that would be the second model. And this, too, see the D-pad? See the way that looks? It wouldn't look like this. It would be like a Sega Genesis D-pad if it was Model 2 Sega Saturn. Alright, what's this? More random garbage. These are batteries. Let me just zoom one. Okay, write that down. Why is that useful? That is the battery that is used in the VMU. It is the battery that is used in the Sega Saturn. It's the battery that's used in the Neo Geo Pocket Color. Pretty much it's the battery that's used in everything. So I went out on eBay and I got this for like $5-6, something like that. It's just a whole buttload of them. And it's very, very good to have because I believe the VMUs took 3 of them or 2 of them or some nonsense like that. So yeah, I just bought a bunch of these and I figured, well, if I'm going to bring back my Saturn, odds are after 2 years the battery is dead. So I probably lost all the memory on that. Although I'm not sure if that's actually how it works. But anyway. Alright. Next. Love doing this. Alright, next I have a whole bunch of these things. And we'll go through them very, very quickly. So this doesn't turn into like a 5-hour video. Okay, these are my Neo Geo Pocket Color games. We have, you'll never see any of these. Oh, there you go. This is Match of the Millennium, which is SNK versus Capcom. That's Gal's Fighter, Puzzle Bobble Mini, Metal Slug First Mission, King of Fighters R2, also Round 2, whatever. Samurai Shodown 2. I don't know why it got so bright all of a sudden. Dark Arms, sequel to Beast... What was it called? Beast Buster? There's actually a Beast Buster for the Hyper Neo Geo 64. This is Fatal Fury. I hope you guys can make this out with the sun. I'm really sorry about that. Oh yeah, good old Sonic. That was such a crazy game back in the day because of the fact that, well, Sega was still making hardware. Metal Slug Second Mission. And Card Fighters Clash. Alright, so those are all... I think that's it. Oh, here's another battery. Look at that. Woo! Alright, next we've got some games. Now, here's the story. When I was in the other apartment, I had gone to the main storage and I was looking for some of my rarer Sega Saturn games. I had given a lot to friends and things like that when I knew I was moving. And this is collection. This is what I had found in the other apartment. So some of this will be stuff that I actually reviewed or that I had talked about or whatever. But some of it not. So, but just keep in mind it's not the entire collection because, well, that would require a long time at my parents' place. So anyways, I'm going to try and break this down. Okay, well, so it's all over the place. So, you guys can make that out, right? Snatcher. One of my favorite games from Hideo Kojima, however you say his name. That's a really good game. Here is the spiritual successor. This is a big honkin' one. This is Police Knots. There you go. That's a fun game. I never did get a chance to do video reviews on those. This is one of the rarest games on the Sega Saturn. This is Christmas Nights. This is the real thing. This is like the sampler or whatever that they gave out. This is the real deal. I don't know if you guys... I just don't want the sun to pop up, but yeah. And these work marvelously. If you don't want to spend a fortune, and you obviously didn't live through the Saturn there like I did, you can buy the Japanese one for relatively cheap. So, write that down. Okay, I'm going to save this one. These are some samplers I found. Can you see that? That's Virtua Fighter. This is the original version of Virtua Fighter. And this is Virtua Fighter 2. I have the games in the boxes, but I don't think they're in this particular box. Like I say, this is just a smorgasbord of random stuff. Okay. Here's one of my favorites. This is, what was it? X-Men versus Street Fighter. What was so awesome about this particular one is it comes with the RAM expansion card, the 4 meg cart. And that's awesome because, well, it saved me money when it came time to import Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. And, yeah. And that was the thing. And this is the real one. It's got the back and all that jazz. I have the Ubi strip and all that stuff. So, there we go. What else do we got? Okay, I think the rest are real Saturn games, as in the Chunkasauruses, as I call them. That's Mortal Kombat 2. I covered that one before. This is a very rare one. That's Burning Rangers. I covered that one. I don't think I covered Duke Nukem 3D as a standalone game. I might be wrong. I may have done a review on that, but I believe what I did was I just showed the netlink capabilities of the game, and then that was really something. And I actually got this. I did like an unboxing for it, and I actually got this brand new, and I got it for relatively cheap. And what's amazing is that these games work. So if you have any of the online enabled games, because it was peer-to-peer, you're just dialing the other player. So very cool. Here's my favorite game on the Sega Saturn, Shining the Holy Ark. And if I open this up, you will see, if I remove that, there's no disc. And that's because Steven has it, that son of a bee. He was having issues with his Saturn was like locking up and freezing, and he wasn't sure if it was the game or if it was his system. And then I moved, so I never even got a chance to try it out for the poor guy. Here's my horribly destroyed case of Panzer Dragoon. Here's Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei, whatever. Awesome game. This is my favorite of the shooter versions. Then, of course, is the ridiculously rare Panzer Dragoon Saga, the US one. I actually remember playing this back in '98 and scratching my head because people were like, oh, you know, like Metal Gear Solid just came out on the PS1 and Ocarina of Time just came out on the N64, and I'm like, yeah, and Panzer Dragoon just came out on Panzer Dragoon Saga just came out on the Saturn, and they're like, what's a Saturn? So, good times. Virtua Cop. Good lord, the sun. This is classic. If you haven't played these, awesome. And I have a CRT in the other room specifically for some of these games. That's how I roll. Alright. This is Virtual On. It's another sort of fighter type of game. I've never been a big fan of this. It's a one-on-one. I can't show you because of the sun. I don't think it'll... Oh yeah, it's showing you a little bit there. Anyways, I've never been a huge fan of that, even back in the day, don't know why. Here's the greatest racing game of all time, Sonic R. It's amazing. If you've never played it, don't. Anyways, moving on. Nights into Dreams, one of my favorite games on the Sega Saturn. Love it. Already covered almost every single game I'm showing you here. This is Daytona USA. Awesome. Unfortunately, not too awesome. This particular version suffered from a lot of issues. I don't remember if I actually did the a video review for this one. If not, look forward to that because, well, I will do one. This is Iron Storm, part of Working Design's Ultra series. Those guys, man, I miss those guys. What else? Again, War. This was another. These are all ones that I had found from my major collection that I really wanted to cover and just never got around to it. Black Fire. That's it. And that's it for the Saturn, I believe. That's all I got here for the Saturn. I have a few other things that I'm working on picking up, either through ordering or going back to the parents and rummaging through and trying to get some more. Okay, also brought home my Netlink adapter. This is what basically allows you to bring your Saturn online, baby. So we'll see if I do any more matches or anything like that. There's actually a Netlink forum that you can go and you know, set up matches with other players and stuff like that. And it's still popular to this very day. It's pretty amazing. And it's because there's no lag. There's no nothing. These games play perfectly. All right. And the last box thing I brought home is my baby. Can't play fighters, can't play shooters without this son of a bee. So, very happy to get my arcade stick home. And now we're going to go through some other games I brought. We're almost done. Brought home... That's a good way of seeing it. Okay. Brought home Soulcalibur. Power Stone. Love this game. Oh, love the other game too. Both are awesome. Another wicked game. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Love it, love it, love it. VGA box compatible. That's very good to know. Going to be doing a video about all that soon enough, but, well, you'll see. Sonic Adventure. One of my old boot CDs. This is what's used for import games. It can be very useful. This is Zombie Revenge. This is not even a fraction, just like my Saturn games. This is like just a few of the games that I actually have. But like I said, was not much I could do because I couldn't find them back in the old apartment. This is Phantasy Star Online version 1, I believe. Yes. Yes, it is. This was a sweet game, man. Sweet game. Sega was so ahead of their time, but that's something else. Grandia 2. These are all games I'm going to review. As you can tell, like, I got everything ready that I could find, and boom, I had to move. I think there's only like 7 or 8 Dreamcast reviews actually on our channel here, which kind of sucks. Saturn has a bit more, and it's going to have a lot more coming up, but yeah. This is Shenmue. You may have heard of it. That's a great game. Alright, and the last ones, just these. So here we go. We got Virtua Fighter 3TB, I think it was? Yeah. Resident Evil Code Veronica. Please tell me this supports, yeah, VGA. Woohoo! It's hot new. Ready to rumble. Oh, one of my favorite arcade games ever. Crazy Taxi. Love this game. Oh, this was Flag to Flag. My brother loved this. Save that one for after. Tokyo Extreme Racer. Monaco Grand Prix. You can tell my brother was really into racing games. Okay. Echo. This was a very good game that a lot of people shunned. They didn't understand. And the last game that I'm going to show you is The Typing of the Dead, one of my favorite games of all time, and I forgot to bring the keyboard. I didn't see it last night. Damn it! Oh well. Okay guys, so that was it. That was just a 22-minute video on just some of the stuff that I had prepared for you guys 2 years ago that I either covered most of, some of, or none at all. And I just wanted to say that, you know, my favorite arcade system of all time is back in my hands, and I'm going to be doing another couple of unboxing videos over the coming 2 weeks probably, by the time everything arrives. And all of this content is going to be basically fit in between the newer releases that you're expecting us to cover. And yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote. So thank you very much if you made it through the entire video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And like I said, I have a lot more stuff than what's just here to cover. And hope you enjoy all the future videos. So keep it locked on the channel. Keep it locked to ProjectSeaweed.com. And thanks again for watching. Do